This is like the 4th time I've recorded this. Anyway, we're down here in East Georgia at the program that my dad runs. This is why I'm not most likely going to be going live this weekend. I wanted to give you guys an insight on what's going on with us. This is my dad. Y'all are always asking me what I'd look like with my hat off. Tried to take it off to do a head reveal. Here you go, pretty much. And then this is my little sister, Kaiten. But then, you know, this is where we're at for the weekend. I think one of the big points is what goes on around here is such a severe program that you say you are a person with a felony. If you are able to make it through it and graduate, am I wrong, Dad, or will they expunge the record, like, essentially, or?
Well, it depends on the jurisdiction's behalf. Let's say, you know, this man went to a long-term program, and we're pretty well known in the state of Georgia. We got a long history, like way before I was even on the team. So yeah, it depends, but yeah, I mean, for people that's a real thing. You can go in and have felony charges or so, maybe get them dropped down. In short, what we're looking at in the state of Georgia, at least, is that, you know, you do have to pay your debt to society for certain crimes, whatever. But really, we just want people to get better and not do crimes anymore. And a lot of people would not have done the crimes that they did if they weren't trapped in addiction to begin with. So when you clean that up and you get the men back home, and the men can be fathers and husbands and get a job and pay taxes and all that great stuff, it just works out better for everybody than locking them up, you know?
That's a good mission.
Yeah.
But that gives me one question then, right? If we cure all the addiction, then what are you going to do for a living?
Yeah, I mean, if I get worked out of a job because all addiction is cured, I will find something else to do. We're good with that. I don't need people to be sick so I can be employed. No, we'll find something to do. I'll go to work for you. You'll actually have a cameraman that can get something done.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Are we gonna hire Kaiten?
No.
All right.
I'm gonna go do a little walk around the. Whoa! I got attacked.
Yeah, I live on a golf course, by the way.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a golf course out here, but I'm gonna show y'all what they do around here to keep the guys busy and how they make money. It's pretty interesting. So here we are, guys. Take a look at this. This is what you see for miles and miles. And confirm there's several complexes out here. And each one of them serves a purpose, from housing, like the two that were directly in front of me, to the main building up here, to the sawmills, the pallet mill, the garage, which I'm gonna show you in a second. They use these places to bring in revenue to support the program, because once the government gets involved with it, the government starts setting regulations on things. And with this being a Christian-run facility, they really don't want those regulations that the government would set on them, because it could stop the actual good work that they're doing here. So this is the first place I wanted to show you guys that they got here. This is their actual shop, right? And it may be a pretty rinky-dink looking little place when you get down to it. But they do some absolutely amazing work here. I think right now they're working on a BMW. I think the guy's name is Elvis that runs this shop. And he's supposed to be like an absolute genius. Like an absolute genius when it comes to vehicles. He fixed cars that the certified mechanics can't figure out what the issue is going on down here. And this is one of the big money drivers for this location. And they bring guys in here and they train them on this stuff. They get them on the job training, and so that they can leave with a skill when they get out of the program. Yeah, you can see they do a lot of stuff around here. We got some equipment. I mean, check out this diesel lawnmower. That's pretty cool. This is where they store the four-wheelers. And here's one of the coolest parts of the whole operation they got here. They actually have a sawmill. And so essentially they bring in lumber from people's properties and they cut this down. They use this to make actual dimensional lumber that you can use for projects. They built, if you could see behind me over here, like right there's a porch on the main campus building that they built out of lumber that they cut for themselves and harvested. Now they sell this. This is another one of the ways that they're able to make revenue for this place and support it, other than through donations, which I think is pretty cool. They used to do a lot of farming out here back when my dad was here in 2016. I think that's the other cool point. is my dad was a facilitator in getting a lot of these things going. After he graduated from this program, he was a severe alcoholic with a rap sheet about 14 pages long, and actually ended up graduating the program early and ended up becoming the person that runs it, right? Or one of the people that run it. After years of, starting over at in his 40s. Me and him are on the same level, right? We're in the same place, getting our feet on the ground, which is just cool. I think he's really my best friend in life. So speaking of my dad again, this is the pallet mill up here, and I'm sure they make some of this lumber with the sawmill that we just took a look at. Why this is pretty cool is that while my dad was living in our hometown, he was suffering from his addiction, everything that he was going through, everything that he was putting himself through. He worked at a pallet mill primarily, building skills that he didn't know that he would use later to come and enhance the lives in the program that would help redeem people in the very position that he was in. I'm not trying to make this a whole thing where I'm hyping him up the whole time, but when I'm looking at all this, I can't just help but see like the kind of miracle of circumstance that is just in the fact that he was doing something in a time in his life where he was so low on the ladder in society, and now those skills have come back to be just such a beneficial part of a program like this. It's super cool. Now, some of you guys are probably saying, Devin, haven't seen a single person hardly in the video other than you and your family. Why is that? Okay, well, they personally requested that I didn't show anybody out here because, as stated before, some of these guys really are dealing with things as severe as murder charges, right? And those guys can't be on camera. The people can't know where they're at. It's important that their anonymity is protected. It's just what they got to do. And now, so this trailer right here, this quadruple wide trailer, is a very significant place for us. This is actually where my dad lived when he was here. So why this is important, because there is no medical facility here. There is no hospital. There is no doctor's office that you can go up the road to. My dad was drinking insane amounts of alcohol that I can't even fathom processing on a daily basis. And he got to the point where he was chemically addicted, where his body needed that to sustain itself. He nearly died here on the floor of this building. He thought this was, that he would never make it out of this place. And he found himself praying that if God would only deliver him from the pain and the misery that he was going through, from the years of trauma that he inflicted upon himself, that he would turn his life around and he would use it for his work, which is exactly what he's done. And I find that honestly inspiring. It's one of the reasons why I was able to grow up and mature and become a better version of myself. Because I'll tell you what, the way I was acting, I wasn't far behind him at all. There was a very good chance that if it wasn't for that you guys would not know me as I am today, and that I would not be here. Honestly, a very good chance I probably wouldn't even be alive. But here they come up here to get me and my dad's Avalon, because we're gonna go get sushi together. This is what we're involved in. This is what my life consists of, so maybe now you can understand me a little bit better. Anyway, guys, we'll see you all in the next video. Say bye.
Bye.